Welcome back to Between the Ashes, the, the growing silence for Free Space 2 here on Paladin Gaming. We are here in the newsroom, and we have a new news article and new editorials, so we will read them. This is post the 12th mission. We just finished Icebreaker. New Hammer of Light warship sighted. A Hammer of Light cruiser has been reported in Aldebaran. The ship passed near a Vasudan astronomical buoy, seeming not to notice it until it reached visual range, at which point it initiated subspace. The buoy's sensors recorded the ship in detail. Analysis suggests that it was the HLC Tawaret, a mysterious warship which disappeared shortly before the Battle of Sar, or another ship of the same type. While the Lighten New Alliance reported possible Hammer of Light contacts prior to the ongoing plague outbreak in Lighten, this is the first confirmed sighting of Hammer forces outside of Altair in over 3 years. Determining how and why the Hammer of Light evaded the PVN blockade of the Aldebaran Altair jump node is a top priority, and a joint session has been convened at the GTA Embassy in Aldebaran to discuss the matter. Well, the obvious answer is they didn't, and we're dealing with Hammer of Light forces that escaped the Purge in Antares. And new editorial is simply entitled Yes. Remember when I talked about the advantages of publishing your investigation in real time? Well, there's some drawbacks too. Estelle's been getting some threatening letters recently. Nothing illegal, unfortunately, or we pursue it. More the we'll sue you for defamation kind. Well, that's okay. I was already planning on getting more into the Vasudan side of things anyway. I got lucky earlier, catching the communications between the missing senators and the Navy engineer who joined Holly. He's never taken a Terran name that I could find, so I'm going to call him Buttmost because it fits. That only happened because they'd been communicating directly, and that was only possible because Buttmost hadn't publicly defected yet. They got me thinking. If there is a conspiracy between Terrans and Holly, they have to have communications channels, and to avoid getting caught, they need to be really sneaky or really high level. And when I pulled on that thread, I hit jackpot. I'm writing this in the field in Sirius while I wait for my transport back home. See, it turns out I've got a counterpart in the Imperium. He's been investigating high-level corruption and has contacts at most of the major telecom providers. He's been tracking some potentially suspicious outgoing communications from members of Parliament, but of course the transmissions themselves are encrypted. He's only got metadata. I got in touch with an old friend who helped me expose the AEX Limited cover-up. We'll call them Taro. Taro was an engineer before getting into this line of work, and actually worked on the Super Pulsar line of comms relays, which are still in use up in Sirius. I'm not going to go into the details, but we were able to get a whole bunch more metadata from my Vasudan colleague. Now, we weren't able to get anything as detailed as a specific station this time, and most of them went nowhere, but we were able to confirm direct communications between old parliamentary offices and the Regulus Congressional Office, dating back to before those senators disappeared, spiking right before the Gulnara heist. It seems crazy, doesn't it? Hoshi and Jacobson worked with someone in the Vasudan Parliament to ship Shivan, and Ancient, artifacts to Holly. Is the galaxy in a bad enough state that I'm willing to seriously entertain that theory? And then we get to the title of the editorial. Clever. So, this has been another installation of the newsroom for Between the Ashes here on Paladin Gaming. This is Paladin Gaming, signing off.